So like you never had a safe space. You were a rock in a hard place for so long in your own mind. Your soul was like this rolling stone. You could be like a rocker. Maybe you toured with a band for many years, or somebody like was a roadie or something like that. Something that happened on the road. You could be a truck driver, or like you traveled a lot for work, or you travel a lot for work. You travel a lot. And the shock of something, or the way that you were treated, or something that happened, the way that another person treated you when you were on the road or when you were moving or something like that, it really took a hit on your self-esteem, or it reflected back to you how low your self-esteem really was. And not only because of what that person was doing to you, but because of what was already done to you. So you were like a rock in a hard place for so long and a rolling stone. But finally you feel like, okay, this feeling of incomplete within me, like it ends here with me. Like it needs to end here with me. Whatever this disconnection is, because of the way that I was alienated for being who I am. Like I can't alienate this part of myself anymore. Welcome back to my channel, Soul Portal Oracle, and to another general reading on the collective energies. Remember to take what resonates and leave the rest. If you are new here, my name is Celtae Creatrix. I'm a soul practitioner, visionary artist, and musician. Today I'm going to be using these cards as my medium to tap into the collective unconscious. If you are my returning subscribers, my soul family, I love you guys so much from the bottom of my heart. I'm so grateful to each and every single one of you for your support, love, likes, shares, and comments. Thank you for hyping this video. You guys are the absolute best. I'm so forever grateful. If you want to book a personal reading with me or any of my other services, then you can go to celtaecreatrix.com. Without further ado, calling on spirit, please allow me to channel what the viewer needs to hear for their highest good and healing. And so it is. Let's see what's going on. What's a collective need to know, spirit? Maybe something about a choice you made, or you could be facing a choice, or somebody else is finally making a choice. Somebody's been waffling around when it comes to making a decision about something, but something is becoming very clear of how you want to move forward, or how you need to move forward. I feel like your body is speaking to you. Things are becoming very clear of like what you need to do and how you need to move forward. And there's a certain area of your life where it's less about planning and waiting, but making that decision and acting on that decision and moving down the path that makes sense for you. Something about an ocean, or also something about like a red helicopter. Today I saw a red helicopter flying by. You're being lifted out of a situation, some sort of emergency airlift or something like that, a decision where it's almost like you're saving yourself the trouble in the future by making some sort of decision and going down a certain path now. You're saving yourself from going down a path that would have left you worse off if you went down that path. Something to do with healing some sort of pain, or you have some sort of pain somewhere that is symbolic to something that you're integrating inside of your soul. Somebody was meant to not do something, or like you had to cancel some sort of plan. Somebody had to cancel a plan, or a plan that you made didn't work out for you because of something that happened. You could have got an injury or something like that, and then you couldn't go and do something that you were meant to do, but it's because it's not because you're not meant to do that thing, or you'll never ever get to do that thing. Different messages for different people, but for somebody it's almost like you were meant to deal with something inside of yourself before you went out and did something. So it was less about doing and acting on something for a while, or maybe that's where you are right now. It's less about that, which I know it kind of contradicts what I said at the beginning, but I feel like different messages for different people. But it's like right now, maybe it's about doing something inside of yourself, or it has been about that, healing or shifting your perspective or your way of thinking about something or yourself or your strategy or something like that. It was something that needed to be done at an internal level, maybe on your own, or you couldn't go somewhere. You were meant to stay where you were or be wherever it was that you were. And you could have felt confined, or you could feel confined, like you could feel physically confined or physically limited in some capacity, but it's almost like to show you that there's something that is in your mind that is limiting, something that is actually limitless about you, a feeling or an energy, a potential, a way of looking at something, a possibility inside of you that is actually limitless. And so it wanted you to kind of deal with something in your mind or deal with something going on in your body that was kind of a reflection of something that was going on in your mind or in your soul, something that needed to be healed or addressed, or a strategy that needed to change so that you could actually move forward and act on something that, or go somewhere where you're meant to go in the future when you're ready to make a choice or to go down a certain path. But it almost feels like something was blocked, like you feel like something was blocked, or you feel really sad about something that didn't pan out. But it's because some other area of your life needed you to address that different area, so that whenever you do plan to move forward with something that you're dreaming about, or that you really want to do, or you feel like you're meant to do, you feel like you're meant to go there, you're meant to do that thing or participate in that in an event, like maybe in the future you are going to be. I feel like you are going to be doing that, and you're going to be able to do something even better than what it would have been if you would have ended up going somewhere where ultimately you weren't meant to do that thing yet, because there was something else that needed your attention, is what I'm getting for somebody. Because I feel like Spirit wants you, or wanted you, to feel more connected to a part of yourself, so that you could end up going to somewhere where you are now, or where you're going to be going. There needed to be some sort of connection made inside of yourself, whereas previously you could have felt disconnected from something or someone. I feel like if you've been feeling discontent or unsatisfied or bored about something, it's going to be changing soon. It's like there's something like stuck like a rock in a hard place, but it's like you're going to be flowing soon. Like I see almost like a stream that wasn't there before. All of a sudden there's like this flood, and you're going to be moving. Like you've been stuck, or you were stuck for a while, but now all of a sudden at some point in the near future you're going to be moving, and you're going to realize that this period of stagnation that you've been feeling, or that is actually a godsend, or it was a godsend. Even though there might have been many things about this period of stagnation that were frustrating, that could have left you feeling discontent, or whatever it was. What were they feeling? This rock in a hard place. What was the collective feeling? Could have made you feel like very sad or angry at yourself or at another person, or you could have like been trapped somewhere with somebody else, and like this person made you really angry. This person made you feel really frustrated. But it kind of called on you to love yourself, to fill in the cracks of where somebody couldn't see you or love you or hold you or take care of you. Somebody's created a situation that they feel like that they can't get out of, and somebody's going to feel, this person could have rejected you, or you could have ended up walking away from this person, or somebody created a situation that they can't get out of because of a fear of rejection. Or somebody got into a situation because they wanted something from that situation, but they feel like they can't get out of it now. and they could be feeling really rejected by another person. Or maybe that's something that you felt in the situation, in a rock and a hard place. Somebody made you feel like it wasn't okay to be yourself. What else is going on for the collective spirit? Finally, you are going to be feeling like a rush of power that it's almost like there's something coming through about a past version of yourself that, because of some sort of heartbreak that really traumatized you, really brought up a lot of, or unearthed a lot of old pain for you. Like, I feel like this is like a past person or somebody that you dealt with in the past relationship, even a friendship. No matter what this is, it's like something unearthed, something really hurt you, or somebody or something or someone really hurt you or unearthed a lot of pain that was actually buried inside of you. Somebody could have lost a lot of hair as well, or like it could have brought up a lot of health issues, or something about OCD, or something about like panic attacks in the shower. There's something about like a version of yourself before you met this person that you're starting to return to this part of yourself. There's something of like, don't forget me. Don't lose sight of me or who you used to be. You maybe tried to forget that part of yourself because you felt like you could never get that piece of you back after this person destroyed how you thought about yourself or how you thought about love or life or something like that. But I feel like you're calling that part of you back into yourself, and I feel like that part of you feels, for the first time in a long time, safe to come back into your body to be with you, because I feel like you took something out on yourself because of something that somebody took something out on you, and then you took something out on yourself. I'm getting like you went off the deep end with something or other people or someone because you're trying to escape from the pain that this person left inside of you, or they left their pain and the pain they caused you at the same time as unearthing really old pain, deep pain, and heartbreak and sadness. But I feel like, yeah, it's like that stuck in a rock and a hard place. Like, you've gotten through the brunt of something, and now Spirit is really calling you to rest, okay? Relax, rest easy, knowing that your power from this point in your life that you've felt disconnected from is returning to you. Your vitality is going to be returning to you. Hope is going to be returning to you. Okay, I'm also getting something about this person. There's something about this person and them perceiving you as very independent now. This person is going through some hardships or some sort of loss or some sort of feelings about a feeling of loss in connection to you, or like I'm getting like just like a whole, I'm getting like a stadium of people that this person has impacted. Maybe not necessarily in the same way, maybe not in relationship wise, but just people in general. This person has like a whole stadium of people who they've hurt for somebody. This person could be feeling very isolated. I feel like this person is really struggling right now. But but they're throwing themselves into some sort of obsession. Somebody was only or is only loyal to like one thing in their life, and then everything else they're not, or something like that. This person could be going through a reckoning right now, in terms or in connection to something that they're very ambitious or goal oriented. They're some sort of goal or something they're obsessed about something, but it's some sort of consequence is happening. Somebody is losing control of something or losing their authority in a situation or at a workplace. Somebody is losing support, losing their mojo. Literally, something is going to affect multiple things for somebody, multiple aspects of their life. There's some sort of sudden change that is affecting multiple areas of this person's life, in terms of like what they've been obsessed with or their ambition in connection to needing to feel successful, but somebody isn't sleeping, somebody is and then for some reason, as everything is crumbling, somebody is thinking about the past. Like, this is somebody from the past thinking about the past to escape from the present that is crumbling down all around them. It's almost like somebody's like, I don't know who this is. I should have known. I wish I did this sooner, or I wish I wasn't like this, or I wish I was more like this other person. I don't know, they're comparing themselves to somebody else in their life. Somebody's comparing themselves to somebody else. It's almost like you're not in a rock and a hard place anymore, but somebody is. Somebody is a rock and a hard place. You're in a completely different paradigm than this person, basically. Anything else? Can we get some more information? The androgynous. Somebody could be non-binary, or somebody could have a very androgynous appearance, or you could have androgynous energy. Like, I feel like you're pretty balanced. I feel like you've become very balanced in how you move, through the world, and that could kind of throw people off, no matter if you're a man or a woman, it's like your energy kind of throws people off either way, because you have like an androgynous, more so balanced energy. I'm also getting like singular or focused, or like I'm seeing like a bow and arrow, so it's like you're very much so on the target or focused or going for gold. There are people who perceive about your energy that it's almost like it's hard to describe what I'm feeling. It's hard to describe your energy. Maybe it's hard to describe what you make people feel. Not even trying to make someone feel that way. It's hard for people to describe you to other people. It's hard for people to get you off base or throw an obstacle in front of you, and it's like no matter if there's an obstacle in front of you, you end up hitting the bullseye with your bow and arrow, regardless of what someone is trying to do or say to manipulate your energy. It's almost like you see someone's reaction to you, and you see something flit across their face in a nanosecond, and then you shift your energy accordingly within another nanosecond. And then that person recognizes your shift to their rift in their own relationship to themselves that flit across their face without them wanting it to, is what I'm getting. And then it makes them feel weird. It's like there's something about that. There's something about a grocery store. There's something about someone with gray hair. Someone doesn't know what to say or how to say it. Someone, it's like, feels small. I feel like your energy is very big. You might be small, but your energy is very potent, and it makes somebody feel small. Like, it's hard for people to understand where you're coming from or what you're gonna do next, because they're like, it's like you're holding an invisible sword, and it's this energy of like, I will cut you if you try to mess with me, but it's like, it's invisible, and they don't know where they feel that from. But there's something about the spirit of whatever it is that you're either going through or that you've gone through in your life, that people can sense that you've gone through something really immense, or you've gone through some sort of immense transformation. It's like you might be someone who is young in earth years, but like your soul is very, very wise. And I feel like people can just feel that on you. It's like on you or around you, covering you. Something is covering you. I've got you covered. I've got it covered. We'll cover you. What else is going on, Spirit? What else does the collective need to know? What else does the collective need to know, Spirit? the snake skin, what you've outgrown. Shedding isn't betrayal, it's loyalty to the next version of you. So instead of being loyal to something that kept you doing something over and over again because of a feeling of needing to survive something, you're now creating a safe space for yourself, a safe mindset, a new way of thinking about something, catching yourself when you're thinking mean thoughts, and then sitting with those mean thoughts and the implications, what the implications have been because of the way that you thought about that or this or that or yourself. And then kind of reframing each time that you catch yourself thinking that way because something doesn't serve you anymore. Some way of being or that something that you were engaging in wasn't loving towards yourself. And not beating yourself up about it. Like there's something of like not beating yourself up anymore about something. You're overcoming something. You're gonna overcome some sort of obstacle that's been an obstacle for you for a long time. The red carpet dress, armored femininity, they crowned your image while crucifying your essence. So it's like, maybe it's like, where did you do that to yourself? Where it's like you felt like you needed to fit into a certain image of like what a woman should look like or what a man should look like. What's the ideal of that? But then it ended up like you sacrificed some of your essence, or like you feel like disconnected. You felt for a while disconnected from your true essence because you were in survival mode trying to survive a relationship with a lover or a friend or your family. That kind of, you were trying to survive that. You were trying to survive some sort of dysfunction. And I feel it's almost like this train. It's like this crazy train that's been running on empty for a long time, or you've been running on empty, and it's almost like I feel like the train's breaking down. Like the nuts and bolts are popping off and popping out, and it's like this rickety old train is beginning to break down. And that's this old survival mechanism or way of thinking about something or treating yourself that is, it's literally like losing all its steam. It's losing all its power over you and your essence. And when this train breaks down, it's like it's like, I don't know, this train is going to break down. You're going to get off the train and you're going to go and rediscover your own essence. It's like you're trying to get away from something that's inside of yourself. Like the way that you were doing something, you were looking at yourself, or you were thinking about something a certain way, was actually, you were on this train headed towards something that like spirit is intervening. Like I feel like spirit and your soul is intervening. It's like Luna's trying to get into my partner's music room. It's like your intuition, there's some part of you that is wanting to, something is underneath the surface trying to get into. Like some part of yourself wants you to open the door for a new way of relating to yourself. Luna.
Are you okay? You hanging on the fucking door?
Looney.
Oh shit, I think she's caught me.
What?
On the door, she's caught. Her paw was caught.
She okay?
I don't know. Luna, let's go see.
She got caught in the door? Her claw got caught?
Her claw is stuck in the door.
Okay, I'm coming.
Fucking. There we go. Thank God.
She okay?
No, she got her claw stuck.
Looney, are you okay? She got her claw caught on the door. What does that mean, Looney? What does that mean? You got your claw caught on the door? Hey? Hey, sweetie. Clawing, it's like a part of yourself is clawing. Your essence is clawing at this door that you shut this part of yourself out. Confirmation birth, you shut this part of yourself out. It's like you close the door on a part of yourself because It's like maybe you were angry at a part of yourself or that older version of yourself for not knowing something or for making a certain choice that led to something else that really hurt you or led you to meeting someone or letting someone in. It's like you let someone in and then when whatever happened, it's like you decided to close a part of yourself out or close yourself off from a part of yourself. And it's like there's this part of yourself that's clawing at the door. It's like maybe there's a part of yourself getting stuck, trying to open up to another part of yourself. You feel stuck. What is this feeling of stuckness? Movement into balance. You're like, can I trust the balance? Like, can I trust the safety? Can I trust myself when I made decisions in the past based on a way of thinking that was programmed into me by my abusers or by an abusive situation? Can I actually be balanced? Because I don't know what I don't know. Can I trust that? Because it's like, yeah, you're stuck. Somebody could feel stuck right now. Can I release the struggle? Because all I've ever known is struggle in this aspect of my life. Or I've been struggling so much with this aspect of my life. The struggle was tied to trying to remain in control of something because of a time that left you spinning out of control, that left you feeling spinning out of control. But there's this part of yourself that's clawing at the door. What is this part that's clawing at the door, Spirit? Self-love. Chills, you guys. Self-love is clawing at this door. It's like you... Tell me about this. It's like, yeah, you shut the door on loving a part of yourself because you were like, I guess if that person didn't love me as that part of myself that I was, or if it's like that part of myself left me open to being hurt the way that I was hurt, then I'm closing the door on that part of myself because I guess that person made you, or something or someone made you feel unworthy of being loved. It's almost like, so now Luna's resting outside of the music room door. It's like there's a part of you that's like sort of clawing on the door, but then Spirit is like, why don't you rest? You rest alongside this part of yourself, something to do with sexual energy or something that happened. There's something that happened, some sort of trauma that happened. You shut away this part of yourself, or you felt like that person or this traumatic event took away a part of you, took away a part of your innocence or your ease or feeling of safety or a feeling of like groundedness in your body, power in your body. It's like somebody wanted to make their body smaller, or somebody like really punished their body by, trying to have like the utmost control over it. Maybe somebody wanted to get bigger muscles, but then it's almost like somebody overworked themselves, but it was like you were trying to create this sense of safety by controlling yourself, over controlling yourself. And so something needs to change in the way that you were relating to something to do with that, like healing energy. It's like bring more healing into it, bring more self-love into it, because you've been struggling with loving yourself. You've been struggling with loving yourself ever since something happened with this person. And I feel like this part of yourself wants you to open back up to it, to him or to her, like open up, back up to this younger version of you, this young man or this little boy or this young woman, this little girl. Open up to that part of you that's wanting to be let out, that's wanting to be let back in. Truth. Part of you wants to be let back in because you took something out on yourself because of the way somebody took something out on you. You took something out on yourself because of the way that somebody took something out on you, and something wasn't your fault. and there was nothing wrong with you, but then it's like because of the way that they treated you, like something was wrong with you, instead of the fact that something was wrong with somebody mentally. Something was wrong with somebody mentally, and that's what caused them to do what they did to you, and that's what caused them to treat you the way that they treated you. How did this person treat the collective? This is really, really sad. This is really, really sad. I guess I don't know why I'm using this deck, but let's see. Any indication of how this person treated the collective? You can be Indigenous, or somebody else could have been Indigenous, because this is an Indigenous deck. It's called the Native Spirit deck. Somebody could have had like longer hair, or somebody plays the guitar. Somebody plays the cello. Answer the call in reverse. Somebody didn't answer the call to love you in the way that you needed to be loved, or to be the friend that you needed, to be a true friend to you. Somebody didn't answer the call. They were being called to show up for you in a certain way, or to love you in a certain way. They didn't answer the call. Sweat lodge. Something to do with a sweat lodge. The heat. Somebody could like literally be in a metaphorical sweat lodge in their life right now. Like the heat is being turned up so that they can face themselves, or something about chanting. Something about rounds, because like you go in for another round, or something about that. It's like there's like a sequence of events, or there's like a repeating thing that's going on in somebody's life to try to teach them about something where they didn't answer the call. Somewhere over the rainbow, something about the Wizard of Oz. We're not in Kansas anymore. Or something about somebody that you met at a sweat lodge, or you participated in a sweat lodge with this person. The sweat lodge is like the womb of the earth, if I'm not mistaken, right? Reborn. Rebirthing a new version of yourself that is new in the sense of finally connecting back with a part of yourself that you felt like that you had to end that you because that you felt ended by whatever happened in this connection, or this friendship, or this relationship with this person. I feel like you could be, or you could have been going through like this purification process over the last little while, or over the last few years. You've been slowly purifying yourself over an extended period of time. Like this time could have been very chaotic and all over the place. This purification process, this could even be for years you've been going through this purification process. But finally you're coming to a point of a part of you, you're finally gonna open back up to a part of yourself that you felt like you had to walk away from, or close the door on, or somebody locked the door shut on you without you even knowing what was being done. Yeah, something about a locked door, or a lonely room, or like a lonely feeling house. Like something felt cold, like you felt lonely somewhere. It's like what else, Spirit? What's going on in this person's life? Somebody could have been, somebody could be a writer, you could be a writer. This person is a liar. Somebody lied to you about something. Tell me about this person. They could have an accent, could have a different, they could speak like a different dialect than the one that you speak. Like you guys could speak the same language, but they speak a different dialect for somebody. Or they have a different accent. They're from a different part of the world. You met them in a different part of the world. You met them at a different time in your life. This could be in connection to some sort of religious trauma. Like this person could have been some sort of preacher or religious figure or authority figure. Like this could have been an authority figure that abused their authority over you. And you trusted somebody because you thought that you could trust them, but it ended up that you couldn't trust them in the end. Or you felt like, I shouldn't have trusted this person. Can I even trust myself? And then you took something out on yourself instead of what Spirit wants you to see is that this person, it's kind of like sit with the knowing that you already know that it's almost like this person chose to do something. It was never your fault. They wanted you to walk away thinking that it was your fault for the thing that they chose to do to you that ended up hurting you in the end. But there was something that's like somebody is very mentally ill, and I feel like they're still mentally ill. I feel like they're still very mentally ill. The haunted portrait, frozen identity, confirmation. You can't even make that up. Who did you pretend to be for so long that it stuck? So I feel like you went into survival mode and then you kind of disconnected from a part of your essence that you're not now calling back to you. You could have done some sort of like ceremony, like similar to a sweat lodge or something like that. Something about Mexico for somebody. Or it's almost like you've been in this holding pattern or like a rock in a hard place, kind of like in the womb of your own being, of your own energy, trying to grow past something that had you in this spiral or in this repetitive loop of trauma where you felt stuck. I feel like a lot of you guys, different messages for different people, have felt stuck for a really long time dealing with some things in the past. And it's almost like the pain and the sadness that comes from knowing how much of a toll these things took on such a huge portion of your life. But there is something that's happening where you're going to be emerging from this holding pattern, right? Like I said, there's going to be this sudden flood that happens that gets the rock moving and flowing and traveling somewhere else. I'm also getting that song, we can drive it home with one headlight. With one headlight. Driving home, we can drive it home. Cinderella. Something about Cinderella story, disconnected connection, something about someone else's lust. Made you feel disconnected, but you're reconnecting. You're reconnecting to something to do with your sexual energy. It's almost like owning your own sensuality, owning your own energy, your own power, being at home in your body. Like your body is no longer going to feel colonized by whatever anyone else did to you. Somebody wanted to like own you or to control your power, to control. It's like somebody walked in at a certain time in your life where you were like very much so burgeoning in that understanding of your own sensuality or your own beauty, your own handsomeness, your own inner authority, or your own like feeling at home inside of yourself, even though you could have never fully felt at home within yourself, but there was something that was almost blooming, and then somebody came in, right? Instead of letting the flower grow, they snipped it and tried to take it for themselves. And then you felt like after that instance with that person, or after that experience with this person or these people, you felt very lost and disconnected from you, and you shut a door on an old version of yourself because you were like, I need to go into a holding pattern to protect myself, to get myself through this, to survive something, right? To survive this devastation. Like, I don't know who to trust. I can't even trust myself. So then it's like a part of you could have felt like you turned against yourself. And then you kept on falling into situations with people where you felt like they turned against you too. I might cry right now. It's like so many lonely nights, so many nights spent just like sobbing by yourself, trying to understand like what the hell just happened? Like, what is going on? So many nights spent fighting against like these panic attacks or these flashbacks, these emotional flashbacks, this terror in your body or something like that. So, but I feel like, but back to this person. So you've outgrown someone, you're outgrowing an old version of yourself. I feel like there could be someone who is like just skulking. Someone's skulking in the background of your life, whether you know it or not. I'm getting you don't know it, like, but you could feel it, but you don't know for sure, but there is for sure someone skulking in the background of your life, and they've seen that. It's like they're seeing you shed this skin. They know that you, it's like they don't know what to make out of you anymore. They don't know what to make out of a situation or to you. Like, they don't even know, because you're not the same version of you that they ever knew. But I feel like this person is kind of like a haunted portrait. They're frozen. And and then the sweat lodge. You're thawing out a part of you that was frozen because of something to do with trauma. What's the feeling or the emotion or the shadow connected to this part that the collective is thawing out? And then we'll, approval. That this person didn't approve of you or made you feel badly about yourself. People pleasing in reverse. It's like somewhere where it's like you've been in some sort of holding pattern, trying to make yourself into something that you feel like would be approved of by other people. But then it's almost like you're coming back to a time where it's like, where you approve of who you are inside of you. And it's not about what this person thought of you or how this person treated you. This person treated you a certain way because of their own mental illness, their own inner dysfunction. Somebody really did a number on you. Multiple people really did a number on you. And it was their own mental illness that caused them to inflict this pain on you. And it's like a virus where it was like that mental illness was put inside of your own mind, but you're literally like deprogramming something in terms of how you literally perceive yourself on so many different levels, on all levels of your life, and everything about you and your life and your energy and your body and your mind, your soul, your spirit, like all of it, like it's all shifting because something is falling back into place. It's like I went over to my mother-in-law's house and she had this puzzle, and it was like 1,000-piece puzzle, and all of the puzzle, like she had finished it. And I feel like usually when I walk into her place and she's doing a puzzle, because she likes to do puzzles, usually like she's not finished the puzzle yet. But this time I walked in and she had the whole puzzle and it was all done. So it's like finally some sort of last puzzle piece is finally fallen into place in some capacity in your life. And it's affecting all other aspects of your body, mind, your soul, your spirit, your life, your experience, everything about your life, like your work, your friendships, your relationships, your family, like what you define as family or the people that you define as family, like even your pets, like everything. It's affecting everything in a positive way. And it could be, you could not be feeling that yet. You could feel like I'm still at a rock at a hard place, but something is going to start flowing soon. It's like I said in the last reading, there's something that's going on inside of you that hasn't manifested fully in your life, but it's going to start doing that. It's like finally you're getting the hang of something, or finally you're understanding something. Finally, something is going to start moving for you. Finally, you're finally ready to start working on this thing, to start putting your all into something. You've been so hard on yourself, but really you were just trying to rest and relax the only ways that you knew how. And you're trying to teach yourself on how to do that and how to take care of yourself. How crazy is that? Like, how do I love myself? How do I take care of myself? Why did I never know how to love myself? Why did I never know how to take care of myself? How am I a 32-year-old woman and yet like I didn't know how to take care of myself for my entire life, but finally now I'm finally starting to feel like I'm becoming actually balanced for the first time in my life? Like, why was I never balanced? Like, who didn't teach me how to be balanced or how to love myself or how to care for myself for real? Like, and so not only did you not know, or were you never taught how to love and care for yourself for real, you had to freaking figure out why that never happened and how that made you feel and how that impacted you and how it spiraled out of control. But finally, it's like you're getting to the heart of something inside of yourself and inside of a situation. You're getting to the heart of the matter. And it's like forgiveness, even if you don't love me anymore. Trying to get down to the heart of matter. Something goes deep, and my friends seem to scatter, but I think it's about forgiveness, even if you don't love me anymore. Even if this person doesn't love you anymore, or they never loved you, right? The way that you needed to be loved. Somebody loved themselves more than they can love anybody else. Pain. Somebody caused you so much more pain than they made you feel loved. This painful part of your own being, your own past, your own mind, your own heart, this pain in your own heart, something that created so much pain in your own heart, you're finally giving that love. You're finally figuring out how to love yourself after being rejected in many different situations. You learned to reject yourself. You learned to think of yourself unkindly because of the way that another person rejected you, because of their own mental illness, their own dysfunction, their own self-hatred. You learn to hate yourself, and that's what you have to forgive yourself. You have to forgive yourself. Even if you don't love me anymore, but guess what? I'm loving myself. Even if you never loved me, you only rejected me. You didn't know how to love me. Someone's bully, like that bully was never loved. They didn't know how to love themselves. They weren't being loved at home. They took something out on you. You were surrounded by bullies your whole life. You were surrounded by bullies in your family. You were surrounded by bullies at school. You were surrounded by bullies at college or university or at your first job or at every single job since. You've been surrounded by bullies. And then it's like you started to learn how to bully yourself before anybody else could bully you, to protect you. Try to keep yourself in a certain mold, to be like, if I can just do this, because everything felt out of control. Because of like the reality of like what you were in a rock and a hard place so that the universe could deal with it, so that the universe could help you and your soul could help you deal with it yourself. You couldn't move forward. Something connected to your sexual energy. Lust keeps on popping out and sexual energy keeps on popping out. Or you've been a rolling stone, right? You've been a rolling stone. Or a rock stuck in a hard place, or both. A rolling stone rolling on concrete, never feeling like held or soft or safe. Self-abuse, just like hurting yourself by certain choices that you made out of desperation to try to control something. Anything. I could never control the fact that you didn't love me, that you didn't care for me, that you hurt me, you abused me, you spoke down to me, you bullied me. I could never control that. So I guess the only thing that I can control to feel any sort of semblance of non-safety or control over anything, over something, then I have to do this thing to control myself, whether that was controlling how much food I eat, controlling how I body checking, looking what I look like, or what I wore, like being overly concerned with those things, or hurting myself, like berating myself before anybody else could berate me. So like you never had a safe space. You were a rock in a hard place for so long in your own mind. It's like your soul was like this rolling stone. You could be like a rocker. Maybe you toured with a band for many years, or somebody like was a roadie or something like that. Something that happened on the road. You could be a truck driver, or like you traveled a lot for work, or you travel a lot for work. You traveled a lot. And the shock of something, or the way that you were treated, or something that happened, the way that another person treated you when you were on the road, or when you were moving, or something like that, it really took a hit on your self-esteem, or it reflected back to you how low your self-esteem really was. And not only because of what that person was doing to you, but because of what was already done to you. So you were like a rock in a hard place for so long, and a rolling stone. But finally you feel like, okay, this feeling of incomplete within me, like it ends here with me. Like it needs to end here with me. Whatever this disconnection is, because of the way that I was alienated for being who I am. Like I can't alienate this part of myself anymore. Can't keep on doing this to myself or to my body in the name of vanity, or in what another person expected of me, or what society arbitrarily expects me to be. How do you feel in your body? Like how do you feel inside of your soul? Right? Returning to your essence instead of making yourself into a machine because the machine wants you to be that way. Because somebody wanted you to be in fear. The machine wants you to be in fear. Right? So it's like you're looking at a part of yourself where you're like, I'm doing this out of fear instead of love. What if I started doing something out of love instead of fear? What if I start acting out of love and joy or play instead of fear and survival and control and hurting myself? Like someone was always trying to make me feel afraid to control me, to make me feel joy less, because they didn't want me to feel joy. They saw that joy and it irked them because they don't have any joy. It's like, what am I not creating, or what have I held back myself from creating because I was afraid of how other people were going to perceive my lack, because I perceived it, because another person made me feel lack instead of love. So what can I do to show myself love, regardless of the lack that I think that I have? Because I can't be perfect, but you're not perfect. You're an animal. You're not a machine. You're not a cyborg. You're not, you're not some perfect being like coming down from the sky that's never gonna have an imperfection, right? You're a human being. You're an animal. You're a part of this earth. Nothing is perfect. Some of the most beautiful things are the things that are like the most imperfect, right? Right? So it's like, this sadness. Somebody is very sad. I regret it. Somebody regrets the sadness that they caused you because of their own sadness. Somebody is very sad. Is very much so haunted. Is very much so tossing and turning. Their own frozen identity. Has this person been pretending to be for so long that it's stuck? They can't get out of whatever they're pretending to be, and they feel so stuck. They feel so disconnected. You don't have to carry on that torch that they arbitrarily handed you. Like you are the torch itself. Like you are the power itself. You don't have to keep on doing something to yourself it's like you're afraid of losing control of something. Like, what if I lose control? Like, what is going to happen? Like, what is at the other side of this thing? Like, what is at the other side of the door? If I open the door, if I let that part of myself back in, like, where am I going? What is it going to feel like? I've never felt that safety, or I've never felt that balance. Like, what if the happiness is taken away from me? It's like, or what if you live in the present moment? What if you live in the flow? You let go, like, you let yourself, just let yourself be loved right now. Like, let yourself be loved right now, because you are love. Let yourself feel that love right now. Let yourself be enough right now. You were always enough for that person. They weren't enough for you. They weren't enough to hold that space for you to be who it was that you are. They weren't enough to see you. They didn't feel enough. They were made to feel like that they weren't enough. So then they believed that they weren't enough. So they couldn't hold you. They feared that they weren't enough for you, to keep you happy, or to be in your life. So they wanted to make you feel like you weren't enough. There was something wrong with you. What if you let yourself feel enough right now, wherever you're at? I don't care if like, it's like, maybe I need to lose 5 pounds, or maybe I still need to do this or that, or I've never done what I've always dreamed of doing. So like, what if I'm just a failure? What if I'm too old to do this? Or, you know, or what if I'm too young to do this? Or like, what if I don't have enough money, or I didn't get to where I feel like I needed to go? Like you know what I mean? I didn't reach some sort of goal yet. Like I didn't do that. But it's like, does that mean that you're not worthy of love though? What if you injected more love into the situation, right? Instead of these poison thoughts that you were taught to motivate yourself with, these poisonous thoughts that only hurt you. What if you did something on love? What if you were enough right now, regardless of if you haven't gotten to where you wanted to go, you haven't done what you wanted to do? What if you weren't meant to do it yet because you weren't ready? Because you're still disconnected from this part of your essence, that you need that essence to be able to move forward, to do what you want to do. And that essence is already there within you. It's just that fear that caused you, that somebody else caused you, and that also caused you to shut that door on a part of yourself. That part of yourself is knocking on the door. It's clawing on the door, asking you to open it. Open yourself back up to that love, loving that part of you. It wasn't your fault, right? Somebody took advantage of you. Somebody took advantage of your kindness. Somebody took advantage of your inexperience. Somebody took advantage of your compassion. It wasn't your fault. It was somebody else's mental illness. It was somebody else's abuse that they went through that caused them to treat you like that. There was never anything wrong with you. People come in all shapes and sizes, right? There's so many different types of people out there in the world. Wouldn't the world be such an unhappy place? An unfulfilling and boring place if it wasn't filled with people from all different races and, like, you know, all different shapes and sizes, all different sounds and sensations, colors. Like, I'm getting like Pocahontas energy, all the colors of the wind. Like, you paint with all the colors of the wind. Can you paint with all the colors of your soul? Can you let that part of your soul back in? Can you invite that part of yourself back in? Because that little boy or that little girl or that young man or that young woman, that part of you deserves to be held and to be seen and to make a comeback. You're making a comeback. You're gonna make a comeback. It's gonna happen when it's gonna happen. But it will not happen if you keep on beating yourself up as if nothing ever happened, as if everything was your fault, as if only you did something differently, if you could have done something differently, if you could have been better, if you could have been more, if you could have been enough. If I could have just been enough, then maybe this would have never happened. No, it happened because that person didn't feel enough, and that person chose to do what they did. They chose to hurt you. They chose to say what they said. They didn't answer the call. They didn't answer the call to be the man or the woman that you needed to love, to feel love. So it was never you that wasn't enough. It was them who felt that way. They could have been enough if they felt that way, if they showed up the way that you needed them to show up. And they needed themselves to show up. They still haven't showed up for themselves. But that's the difference between you and that person. You're starting to show up for yourself. Forgive yourself for the years that you didn't know how to show up for yourself. It wasn't your fault. No one ever taught you how to take care of yourself. Like, somebody didn't take care of you. Like, somebody didn't show you how to wash yourself properly. Somebody didn't show you how to like take care of your skin properly. Somebody didn't teach you, or couldn't, or didn't know how to teach you how to take care of your hair, take care of your teeth, take care of all of these different aspects of your life. Like, somebody didn't show you how to like deal with money. They didn't show you the things that they needed to show you. And also somebody couldn't be there for somebody else because somebody didn't even know what was even happening. Like somebody couldn't. So it's like finally it's like, but you had to show yourself something. You've had to teach yourself something. You've had to teach yourself to grow. You've had to be there for yourself when no one was ever there for yourself. But there's this like other piece of yourself that's like waiting for you to find that part of you again. Waiting that you can you let me back in? The last time we saw you, you looked so much older with your famous blue raincoat. It was torn at the shoulder. So Leonard Cohen energy. So yeah, Jane came by with a lock of your hair. She said that you gave it to her that night when you tried to go clear. Did you ever go clear? Oh, you look so much older the last time we saw you. You look so much older. Da-na-na-na-na. Been to the station. Something about a train station, or something about how you felt one time at a train station or waiting for the subway or waiting for the train, just like staring off into space and wanting it all to end. But you didn't. You wanted to end it, but you didn't. You wanted to end it because you felt disconnected from this part of yourself that you shut off a part of yourself. You shut out a part of yourself because you were so disappointed with you. You were so disappointed with the past. You were so disappointed in this person. You were so disappointed with your life. You were so disappointed in how you felt. Also, like how you felt or some sort of trauma that you went through in a certain place. Like you wanted to just basically just disassociate from those memories altogether, like, or that entire time in your life, or that entire experience, that entire country, that, like, you know what I mean? Somebody regrets something, or you regretted something that happened, or something that you participated in, or something, you found yourself in a situation, you regretted it. You regretted opening up to someone or doing something, and then you took it out on yourself, and then to try to protect yourself from anything like that happening in the future, you took something out on yourself. But I feel like your soul is asking you to open back up yourself to that part of yourself, and to loving and forgiving that version of you who didn't know what they didn't know. They didn't know what you know now, but now that you know, now you can do differently. Now you can let that part of yourself back in and have compassion for that part of you and forgive that part of you. I don't know, it's like, so you looked so much older in the past, and so you're shedding that energy that caused you. Like you're growing older, you're growing younger. Like you look better than you ever have because now you finally know how to take care of yourself. You're finally learning. It's all falling into place. All the puzzle pieces are falling into place. You finally know. You're finally figuring out how your body needs to be taken care of. Whether that's like through massage, or through different foods you're eating, through different herbs, through different forms of exercise, through different rituals that you're doing. I'm getting like the Tibetan 5 rites or something like that could help somebody. Yeah, so the power to stop enemies having power over you, or other people harming you. This person regrets ever harming you. Somebody could have also cheated on somebody else and they regret that. Or something that you did, like reactive abuse. You did something because you were reacting to the abuse that you're experiencing, and then you did something that was out of your character in reaction to the abuse that you were going through, and somebody felt like, somebody like stutters maybe, or somebody felt like they couldn't get out of something, and then you reacted to feeling that you were trapped because this person was manipulating you, emotionally manipulating you. and somebody's emotionally manipulating somebody, and then you felt trapped, so then you reacted and you did something that was out of character in reaction to their abuse, and then like you also beat yourself up for that as well. So it's like releasing that, the burden of that shame for the fact that you did something out of character because of the way that somebody else was treating you, what somebody else did, or what you did. You were reacting. You weren't conscious of like what exactly you were doing. You were acting on instinct or survival, or you were acting some sort of trauma, maybe something to do with lust, worth. You were trying to find your worth in all the wrong places, is what Spirit is saying. And it caused you to act out of character, but also have compassion for that version of you who is trying to self-soothe, having never learned how to self-soothe because nobody ever taught you how to self-soothe. Like, you could have turned to certain addictions that you finally are going to start breaking out of the addiction. Like, if either you have or you will, or you're making peace with something. You're making peace with a past version of yourself. No one's perfect. We're only human. We're animals trying to figure out what's going on this earth. What's going on inside of ourselves. Yeah, somebody still hasn't changed, but they do feel some sort of confusion when they think about you and how you've changed. And then it's like they're kind of like dumbfounded. I'm getting dumbfounded. They feel like they were a disappointment, or they are a disappointment to others, or that somebody's mother or somebody's father. I'm really picking up on like somebody looks exactly like their father, and their father made them feel like that they were a disappointment. That could have been your experience, or this is the person who hurt you. Their experience is that it's like they looked up to this person, but then this person treated them like a complete disappointment, but this person was a complete narcissist. Somebody's father really neglected somebody and emotionally abused this person, and then it caused this person to take something out on their mother. That could even be a sibling as well. You're releasing yourself from mental self-abuse that you inherited from a sibling. The way that it's like the only way that they could connect to you, or in their way of like, it wasn't connection, but like that's how they tried. They I don't know. The only connection that you ever received from a sibling was abuse. But then they told you that it was like, oh, that's just normal siblings. But it wasn't, is what somebody needs to hear. So you're meant to heal others with music. You have somebody has the ability to heal others with music, or something about a certain song is healing you because it's triggering a memory from the past, and that trigger is meant to come out to release yourself from this mental prison that somebody else locked you in at the time that this music evokes a zeitgeist from a certain period in your life. So you're gonna listen to a song and you're gonna confirmation burp, you're gonna listen to a song, and then it's gonna bring you back in time, and then it's gonna help you cry. It's gonna help you just cry. Let yourself, if you want to cry, or like if you want to dance, if you want to just like sit there and contemplate something, then do that. Whatever it is, like let yourself just feel something. Let it flow. Somebody needs to cry though. I feel like somebody needs a good cry. Just let yourself, like, I don't know, some spirit's gonna handle it. I feel like you don't even need to put the song on. It's gonna happen organically. Spirit is like, I'm really getting that Spirit is got this. It's gonna play a song, and then you're gonna listen to it, and then you're gonna be like, oh my gosh. And then you're gonna let yourself cry, because it's like, this is me. Like, this is like maybe even music that you haven't you haven't felt drawn to listen to this music because it reminds you of like a time in your life where you were more so connected to this specific part of your essence that you've been locked away from, and then you're going to reconnect with that through this music, and you're gonna have a good cry, and you're gonna have a good release. And you're really coming into, Spirit's bringing on some really powerful changes, especially in terms of bringing you back into true balance. That I don't know if you've ever felt this, a big crate of changes, like a huge, like, crate, something about a crate. crates. Somebody could be delivering something, or spirit's delivering some things that you deserve. Some good things. But I also feel like spirit is delivering a bunch of crates for this person of what they deserve, the consequences. Somebody's going through some sort of consequence. Like I said, so it's like, remember I said at the beginning that somebody, it's like multiple things. It's like multiple crates of like karmic consequences for, I feel like it's almost like somebody who's like felt like they didn't get what they deserved for the thing that they did to you. Somebody did something to you a long time ago. Somebody could have assaulted you, okay, SA'd you, and they, quote unquote, got away with it. But somebody is receiving crates of consequences because of what they did to you right now. Bind. Uh-oh, they feel all bound up. They feel all tied up. This person could have, like, I don't know, half-assed reached out to you randomly. Like, I feel like for somebody, this is not for everybody, but this person could have reached out to you randomly. Like, you're not even really friends with this person. And you thought you'd never hear from someone again, but then all of a sudden, like, they tried to add you online or something like that. They tried to add you on FaceCrack or freaking Instagram or whatever. Or even TikTok, and then it's just like spirit wants you to block that person. Because it's like the audacity that this person had or has to think that they can just waltz back in your life. Do you know why they did that? It's because they felt, I'm gonna say guilty, but let's see also, why did this person try to like reconnect with the collective after they SA'd them? I feel like this person, at the time, maybe you didn't know how to stand up for yourself, or you didn't even know about consent. Somebody didn't even know about consent. So then all you had ever known was SA for somebody. And then so when this person did this, you didn't, it was like you were running on a pattern in survival mode, and it was like just something happened. It was like, it's like there's something about that, and then it's like at the time it was one of those things for somebody where like you didn't know what was happening, but it felt wrong, and then later when you told it to somebody else, somebody was like, dude, that's what, like that's not normal, or that's SA, or like no, like that was literally like as bad as how you feel that it was, because like maybe you were never told or explained, like, so something to do with religious trauma, you were never explained what something was, or somebody didn't explain something on purpose. Guys, for somebody didn't explain something on purpose. How did this person feel? They reached out because they felt like, my battery's gonna die soon, so I have to wrap this up, but they reached out. I might do a part 2 on this. I don't know. I usually say that, and then I don't know if I always do that, but this one might need a part 2, but they reached out because they thought that they could. Why did they reach out? Because they were reflecting on what they did, and it made them feel a certain way. It made them feel sad. It made them feel like this. Someone's reflecting on this. Someone is reflecting on how they SA'd you, and they're in a rock and a hard place, and they're being blocked. There's crates of consequences and crates of karmic energy. Someone is really sad. Guys, rage in reverse. Someone is so sad. Rage in reverse, reflection, block, anger in reverse, conflict. Someone is super conflicted with what they did. That's why they reached out. Or that's how someone who maybe isn't reaching out, that's how they're feeling right now. Incomplete. Someone like reached out or wants to reach out. Someone is not going to reach out, but they want to. Someone has reached out, okay? Or someone is thinking about reaching out. Or someone is never going to reach out, but they secretly want to because they feel like incomplete. And the reason why the person who reached out, whoever SA'd you or abused you, was because they feel alienated from a part of themselves, and they know that you other reason why they're receiving crates of consequences and karma, like, and torment, like they're tormented, and anxiety that they deny that they feel, it makes somebody feel anxious. So some of them reached out just to like be like, am I still in control of this? But deep down inside at a soul level, it's because they wanted like absolution, like absolved. They wanted to be absolved of what they did. So they thought that if they reached out and it was all cool, then they could be absolved, and you were cool, then they'd be absolved of their own guilt of what they did in the dark, mystery of what they did in the dark, or what they never wanted anyone to know, or for some of you, what they didn't want you to know, what they did. Somebody knows that somebody knows also. They wanted to see if you knew. Somebody wanted to see if you knew. Discernment. So somebody knows that you know, or that you see something, or they want to see if you saw what they know that they did. They wanted to see how much you know, or how much you see, or how much you've realized, or someone knows that you've realized that it was wrong the way that they treated you. So Spirit's bringing on powerful, positive changes for you, and they're bringing positive, more so karmic, growth-oriented changes, crates and crates of changes and responsibility and for this person. Someone thinks you switched up, like all of a sudden somebody thinks you're a trickster god or goddess, because like they turn around and you're like completely different, or they turn around and they're like, I didn't know that person was like that, or like I didn't know what this person was made of, or what? Like someone's literally like, what? Like someone feels tricked by you because of your transformation. Joe Bonamassa, so somebody could be like a musical genius, or someone's like a savant, or somebody could be autistic. I feel like Joe Bonamassa might be a little bit neurodivergent, because he has like 1,000 or some crazy shit of the same amp from different years or something like that. Like the same exact, he has like an entire like mansion filled with like the same amp or something crazy. Don't quote me on that. Child, somebody who has a child, or something about a child, or something that happened to you as a child. Daughter of a narcissistic father, something that happened to a daughter of a narcissistic father as a child. Move past the fear. You're moving past the fear of something that happened to you as a child, or something that a narcissistic father did to you or did to somebody else. Oh my God, liberation, confirmation. You're moving past the fear. You're liberating yourself from the fear that was programmed into you as a child by a narcissistic father. Anything else, Spirit? There are snakes in the grass. Be careful. Yeah, snakes your whole life. It's like looking back and you're like, I just walked through a field full of snakes. Finally, I reached the river. Finally, I was a rolling stone rolling through a field of snakes for my whole life, and finally I've reached the river. No longer a rock in a hard place filled with snakes. You're gonna roll right into that river and flow to wherever you're meant to go. Okay, you're liberating yourself from the fear that was programmed into you as a child. It's not that that fear is magically gonna vanish. It's that you know now that you can carry your own essence, and that you can move past the fear and flow alongside it, not letting it control you anymore. You're always going to feel fear when you do anything that's important in your life. The fear is always going to be there, but it's not meant to be your master. Someone wanted to be the master of you by making you feel afraid, by trying to control you with fear, with the fear of the pain that this person inflicted on you. You're moving past that. You're not inflicting that pain on yourself anymore. You're not going to think of yourself through the lens of fear, okay? And pain and fear and power and control. You're learning how to flow. You're not a rolling stone. You're a flowing stone, okay? Opposite directions. You and this person from the past, this abuser, you're flowing in opposite directions. There's a spirit here right now. Self-doubt. Some sort of passed over loved one doesn't want you to feel doubt about something that you feel like you're meant to do, or where you're meant to be. This angelic guidance. this passed over loved one is helping you anchor into your own energy, because something is actually a fake distraction. Someone or something is fake, and it's meant to distract you from something that you're meant to do. Echo only. The answer lies in a memory. The answer to you moving past this fear lies in the memory of something, and that memory could be coming to you now, or something about a repressed memory, deeply rooted inside of your subconscious, this deeply held memory or traumatic experience. You're moving through this energy, right? This energy is going to start moving. You're going to start moving past the fear. Actually, oh my gosh, guys, for somebody, once you've been like a rock in a hard place, you've either been a rolling stone moving, or you felt like, just a sec, I'm gonna plug this in. Oh cool, it won't die on me this way because I plugged it in. Anyway, so for somebody, it's like you've been a rolling stone moving from place to place to place, and you're like, where am I gonna find my feeling of home and safety? But it's like, it's going into that memory or into that energy that's deeply rooted inside of yourself, and letting yourself move through that. I don't know what you're doing some sort of ceremony. Some of you guys are actually going to a sweat lodge or something like that, or some sort of contained space of giving yourself that space to heal and move through something, that feeling, that energy, that emotion that's so deeply rooted inside of yourself. It's like doing that is going to allow you to feel at home within yourself and safe within yourself, where you're not going to feel like you have to keep on running or moving from place to place like a rolling stone. Unless you just like being that way. But for some of you, you're going to come into home and safety with yourself and finally be able to put roots down somewhere. And for another person, you could have felt like a rock in a hard place, not ever being able to move. But it's like, it's because Spirit wanted to keep you in one place for you to work through this spiritual energy of the trauma that you experienced, so that once you've uprooted that and dealt with whatever that memory is, the echo of what you've experienced over and over again, this echo, or literally like narcissist and echo, like being somebody else's echo of like being the response to somebody else's input or somebody else's abuse, like reacting to that abuse. It's like there's something that's moving and evolving, that's changing, that's flowing inside of you, that's healing inside of you, at a very deeply rooted level. Like I said, the freaking helicopter, it's like you're being moved. Some of you guys who have been unable to move, you're going to be moved. It's very close to that time, because you're getting very, very deeply close to that deeply rooted thing inside of yourself. And once you figure that out, something to do with safety, it's like not trusting something, or not trusting that you can find a safe home or a safe place, or that you can do any better than this, or something about that. You're gonna, all of a sudden, something is gonna happen. A sudden change is going to happen. Spirit is bringing in changes, okay? Where it's like some of you guys might be moving to the place that you've always wanted to move to, or to a very safe place, or you're going to be upgrading where you live, because you're upgrading your root energy, because this has something to do with where you lived, or who you lived with, or who influenced your sense of safety, your life, and your safety inside of yourself. So as you shift this inside of yourself, you quantum heal this inside of yourself, it's going to heal outside of you, your experience in life and your physical abode for somebody, okay? Just the last, anything about this person, just like somebody knew somebody when you were like timid like a mouse, and now it's like somebody's like, who is that person? Like somebody didn't know what you were made out of. Somebody didn't even know somebody at all, right? Somebody's scared to bump into you. Somebody dreads it. They dread it because they don't want to look into the mirror that you are. But guess what? Spirit's holding up a mirror to them anyway. Whether or not you're around this person, or you ever bump into this person is holding up a mirror. What's going on? What are these crates of like obstacles and karmic consequences that are coming for this person? Somebody feels unseen. Somebody feels stuck in a box. Somebody feels something coming. Somebody feels something coming. something is starting to dawn on someone intuitively of what, like, why something is happening in their life because of what they did to you. Because of how they betrayed you, or somebody is literally like outing or exposing this person or reporting somebody. Somebody could be like, whatever they did to you, they could be getting exposed for doing that to somebody else. And they know that it's because they got away with it. They got away with it. It's like they're not getting away with it because Spirit is like, no. You felt like they got away with it, or that like they never received karma for what they did to you. And like they tried to blow it off or brush it off or like make light of it, or they tried to like communicate with you like everything was cool, or like touch base with you like, are we still cool, or is this all cool? But it's like there's crates of karmic consequences happening for this person. So they could, some of them could be being exposed, or something on their computer could be being leaked. Something is being leaking out their energy, leeching off of them, people leeching off of them. What is happening with this person who hurt the collective? Some sort of accident or a surprise or a freak event of big change, huge moment of decision that is literally karma. The worst kind of divine intervention is what I'm getting. The worst kind of divine intervention, because literally because it's because of their own cruelty, their laziness, their stupidity, the stupid move that they made, the cruel action that they took against you. Like, I don't think this person's doing too good, you guys. Like, this is that person right now, inside, on the inside. Somebody feels dead on the inside. Somebody might wish, like, I'm better off dead, or something like that. Too many things, too many responsibilities. Something on social media could blow up on social media, or it's because of that flower that they cut. They didn't let you grow. They tried to cut you off before you even got started. I'm getting Beauty and the Beast, and then like the flower, like the freaking rose, and like one petal at a time, and then it's like the last petal is leaving the stem. The last petal is dropping. What's gonna happen? Something to do with this person's work, or something at work. Something about their livelihood or the way that they make money, some sort of consequence. It's going to happen in terms with this, or this person's inheritance, or this person's pension, or somebody has like money hidden away somewhere, and something's going to happen to that. Some sort of person is going to lie about that or betray them. Somebody in somebody's life. Something is going on in somebody's life. The reason Spirit wants me to say, the reason why you shut this part of yourself out was to try to protect that part of yourself from the snake that hurt you. But you don't have to fear snakes like this anymore, because you are protecting yourself. You love yourself. You are there for yourself. That part of yourself didn't know what you know now, so you can open the door. And if you ever do encounter a snake, you're going to listen to your intuition. And you're going to understand that the things that these snakes say to you, or what they do to you, or how they treat you, says more about them than it ever did about you. So they forgot about somebody, that they forgot something is going to happen to somebody, and it's like because they forgot who somebody was, is what I'm getting. And then it's almost like they're like, damn it, why did I work with this person or make a deal with this person? I forgot who they were. And now this person is snaking me, but I should have known better, is what somebody is going to go through. They're going to want to run away, or people are going to start running away or trying to get away from this person, or giving up on this person. Someone just wants to give up. Don't give up this healing. You're leveling up, okay? You're progressing. You're going to get a promotion. This person is going to get demoted. You know what I mean? This is unfinished business. It's getting finished now, okay? something, it's not over in terms of spirit's not over. Like you're like, they never got consequences, like I should have never done this, or like it was unresolved, or no one believed me, or no one took my side, or like they got the last laugh, or like people believed them, they didn't believe me. Like it's like, but spirit is like, it's not over, don't worry, it's not over. You can run but you can't hide. Spirit, yeah, there's the puzzle, solving the puzzle. You can run but you can't hide, and the collective has put the last piece of the puzzle into the puzzle. You've completed the cycle. Okay, you completed the puzzle. It's like the puzzle is glowing. The puzzle is showing you. What's the puzzle showing you? Something about the encounter with this person, something about where something started or what happened. You put the last piece of the puzzle on, the puzzle is glowing, you're looking into the puzzle, and what does the collective see? What's going on in this puzzle? The puzzle is glowing. The puzzle has something to show you about this conflict that happened with this person, or that what created this conflict inside of yourself. The justice, it wants to show you the thing that you have overcome has made you into the person that you are, and that is a fantastic person. That is an amazing feat, what you've gone through, what you've overcome, and it's made you into the amazing person that you are. It's not about being like, yay, I'm grateful that this happened. No, it's like, as awful as that was, it literally taught me so much about humanity and myself, and I did it. I'm doing it now. I survived. I'm a warrior. You're a warrior. Right? You are a warrior, but you don't have to be at war with yourself anymore to stay safe, right? You don't have to be at war with yourself anymore. I feel like the high council, or like some sort of like council of higher beings, or something about interdimensional beings helping you heal your body. Guys, there's something to do with interdimensional beings. They're helping you heal your vessel, is what I'm getting. They're helping you heal your vessel. Confirmation burp. Confirmation burp. So they're interdimensional beings of a higher order or something, confirmation burp, that are helping you heal your vessel at this time. Somebody could have lost a hand even randomly. Guys, somebody lost a hand. I'm getting that guy from Moonstruck, where he's like, he loses his hand, or he cuts off his hand baking the bread, and then he falls in love with Cher. You're like a wolf. You knew you weren't supposed to be with that person, so you cut off your own hand to save yourself from a life that you never would have wanted to live, because you're a wolf, and you're gonna meet another wolf. You're gonna meet another wolf who is like you. It's better that you didn't end up with someone, even though at the time you might have wanted to be with that person or something. So yeah, so this puzzle, something to show you about something about this inner conflict, or the conflict that you have with this person, or that memory. The puzzle is showing you a different way of moving forward that is not you moving against yourself. It's moving with yourself, being loyal to your own essence. Not to the poison that that person used to poison you against yourself. Your own loyalty to yourself. Your own loyalty to your own body, your own mind, your own soul, your own spirit, your own path, your own passion, your own way of doing something. Not what anybody else is doing, not what they're trying to accomplish, not how they're trying to do it, how you want to do it, how your soul wants to do something, how you want to dress yourself, how you want to look, how you want to talk, how you want to dance, how you want to paint, how you want to write. For whatever reason you want to write, for whatever reason you want to paint, for whatever reason you want to dance. You want to sing, you want to play guitar, you want to play an instrument. You want to make videos for you. You're doing it for you. You're doing it for you. You're not doing it to get anybody else to try to understand, because you understand. Maybe it started out that way. It's like, it started out though for you to understand you. That's why it started, or why you ever started something, was for you to hear you. for you to sing your own song, for you to paint a reflection of you so that you could look into you, so you could look, the puzzle is you. You are the puzzle. You've been trying to put this puzzle back together. Somebody handed you a box of like 37,000 pieces that they shattered, and they handed you that box and walked away. And you've been trying to put the puzzle back together ever since, thinking that it was you who created this inner conflict within you. In a sense, they were a reflection of you and they are you. So in a sense, it was you who did this to you so that you could put yourself back together. In a sense, in a cosmic, universal sense, this person is another you who did this to you because of something that was going on inside of them. And you've been putting the puzzle pieces back together ever since, so that you could finally see yourself for the majestic being that you are, despite what all of these people did, despite what you've been through, despite the ways that you felt broken for your whole life and unable to amount to what you were made to feel like you needed to amount to be good enough, or what you wanted to do to feel good enough inside of you, for you, what you just wanted to do, period. But you are good enough. You are good enough. And there is no doorkeeper or gatekeeper. You were your own gatekeeper. It's not about, okay, well, someone's gatekeeping, someone's keeping this from me, it's like, okay, well, what is that a reflection of, like, where I'm keeping something from myself, where I'm stopping myself, I'm being my own gatekeeper, saying, you're not good enough yet, you're not good enough yet, you're not good enough yet. Yes, you are. You always were. Yeah. It's like, why? It's like blocked creativity. It's like, no, we're going to turn that around. A new way of doing it, a new way of seeing it, a new way of seeing it, a new way of living your life. You are going to be receiving certain changes that are like crates of things that are meant to help you move to the next step of your life. And you are being protected by this person or from this person, or you being protected by somebody, or you're being protected by something. Right, Luna? Any last cards for the collective to close out this reading? Are you hungry, sweetie? Are you hungry? Choices. You're making a choice for you, for your own health, for your own well-being. But you're gonna fly. You're going to fly. You've been teaching yourself, you've been getting yourself ready, you've been teaching yourself how to fly, and now it's like you're ready to go on this journey. No matter how old you are, how long it's taken you to get to this point, to understand the good, the bad, and the ugly. Loyalty again. Denial. You're not going to be loyal to the denial that was left inside of you by somebody else's denial. You denied yourself, right? Or you were in denial of something. It was the reflection or that was left inside of you of that other person's denial. They let you carry it all. They were so in denial. They never took responsibility. They never said sorry. They never admitted what they did. That was their denial that helped them, that served them. And then it's like you've been carrying that denial against yourself. Should I? Doubting yourself, self-doubt. What, really? Did I? Was I? Maybe I was just bad, or maybe I just exaggerated, or maybe they didn't really mean it, or maybe they didn't do it. Yes, they did. They never took responsibility. They never owned it. The apology that was never given. The apology that was never given. The accountability that was never, like somebody was never accountable for what they did. So you're no longer being loyal to somebody else's denial, even your own denial of like the toll that something took or something that is taking a toll on you. You're releasing that denial, right? That denial is a part of the system that kept you being a certain way that was out of alignment with your own essence. But you are being more loyal to yourself and to whatever you wish for, sitting by this wishing well. If you wish upon a star, and you remain loyal to the fact that you are the star, you are the wish, you are the well itself. And you just work towards what it is that you're wishing for. You might shoot for the moon, but you'll land among the stars. that's where I feel called to end this reading. I love you guys, and I'll see you at the next video.